Welcome to part 3 of my Zoom introduction. We're going to be talking about actually hosting a meeting today. So the first thing you're going to do is in your Zoom, under your profile with your meetings clicked on, you're going to actually find the meeting you want to start. In this case, we're going to start the Google Classroom Virtual Office Hour, and I can go ahead and say start here. Once I click start, you will see that I will get this window that shows a video preview of me. I can start with or without video. And then what I can do is go ahead and start the meeting. Let me say with video, and then I'm connecting. And you can see now that I have opened up the video window, the Zoom window, and I have my menu down here. And I can, from here, start working with Zoom. All right, now that I am in Zoom, you will see that I have actually turned off my video. So you can just see my profile picture that I put up there. You can see here that my video has been turned on. I can turn it off or on if I want to. I can mute myself if I want to here, or unmute myself. I can also adjust here with the up arrow. I can look, as I'm a host now, I'm a teacher. I can check to see which mic I have on. So if your mic's not working, you're going to go to that little caret up and you're going to actually look and see, is the right mic turned on, right? So you can check that as well. You can also leave computer audio if you wanted to call in and use the call in as well. For the video, same thing. You have the ability to check the video settings as well. So then you'll notice you've got your manage participants. As a teacher, when I'm hosting, I always click on participants and I always click on chat when I first get in, and that loads and it kind of locks the chat window and the teacher window, or the participant window up here. And I like that feature a lot. So I have this here. I can keep on monitoring if I want to. Here's where I would share my screen, and I could easily click on the up arrow, and then I would pick whether I'm on a desktop or application I want to do. Remember, I'm on a Chromebook that I'm demonstrating with you. This will look a little different on your desktop or on a laptop. This is on a Chromebook. Okay, here's where I can record. I can click and record, and when I do that, participants will get a notice that says it's going to be recorded. Do you want to stay, kind of thing, so that they have noticed that they're going to be recorded. Closed captions, kind of cool, because what I would do is when I turn it on, it basically allows closed caption to be, and it will actually put the words here of what I'm saying, which is kind of nice for accessibility. Breakout rooms are here, and breakout rooms allows you to either automatically or manually assign breakout rooms. If you had the ability, if you had 25 students and you wanted them broken up into even rooms, you would just click how many rooms and they could automatically be created. That's breakout rooms. And then of course you can end the meeting here. A couple other interesting features that are kind of important. First of all, when you first start you're hosting your meeting and you're first starting your meeting, you probably will want to have the gallery view on because you're not sharing your screen. And if I click on the gallery view, I won't get anybody because I don't have anybody here. But if I click on the gallery view and I have a bunch of students in here, you'll see them popping up and you'll be able to see everybody's faces. And I think that's always a good one to have on when you first start your meeting and have students come in. The other things that you'll see up here is a little settings. This is where you can check your video and audio and a couple other things as well. This here makes it the full screen. I personally don't like it full screen because I like to be able to toggle back and forth between windows. But if you like full screen, you can click on it and it becomes full screen. And then you can exit full screen from here. All right, couple other things. I'm going to turn on my chat and my participants. Notice in here, I locked it down so that you won't actually be able to, participants will not be able to chat with individuals. It'll just be everyone. So this is where they would type in, or you would type in messages. right? Here in the three dots, you can click on here and you can actually notice you can change the setting. If you decide that you don't want anyone chatting because it's gotten out of hand, or you haven't given them enough background of how to properly chat as a digital citizenship lesson, you could right now click this off, and then they wouldn't be allowed to post. Participants wouldn't be allowed to post. So you can change it on the fly if you need to, just by going to those three dots there. The other three dots up here, notice you have other things you can toggle on and off. So you can actually ask for all to unmute if you want to. You can mute participants on entry. Remember, that was from our settings that we did. This one, allowing participants to unmute themselves. Maybe you say, you know what, I don't want them to unmute themselves right now. I need to do some direct instruction. You can uncheck that if you wanted to. You can, allowing participants to rename themselves. Right now, we suggest that you keep that unchecked so that they can't rename themselves something that might be inappropriate. We always have this enable waiting room on, and that came from the settings that we did. And if you want to, if you've got everybody in the meeting and no one else should be coming in, you can lock the meeting. And that means that no one else can join the meeting. So it's completely locked up. Okay. So those are some settings that you might not have noticed because they're those under those three dots. Kind of interesting. Here you can mute all, by the way, and again, that will mute everyone in the room. There's a couple other things that you can't see here because I don't have any participants, but I'm going to actually throw in some screenshots of these. And a couple of things that we're going to be doing is, one of the things is that you can hover over a participant and you can mute each participant, but you can also rename them. And with the participants that come up below here, you're going to actually see a more button, and I'm going to show that in a little bit. And then you can go ahead and click on more, and it will give you more options. So here's what happens when you click on more, when you have a student in your classroom and you hover over their name in the participants list. You'll see that some other functions come up that allow you to make them the host or the co-host. You could do that with your co-teacher if you forgot to add them ahead of time. You can allow them to record, or you can put them in a waiting room. Maybe there's something that you need to just pop them out for a little bit and then pop them back in. You can do that as well as remove them or rename them. So that's what happens when you can go to the more in the participants. So that's really the basics of conducting or hosting, I should say, hosting a Zoom meeting as a teacher. Thanks for watching Zoom introduction videos, part 3, hosting a meeting. If you need to check out the settings or setting up a meeting, check out part 1 and 2 of the Zoom introduction series. Have a great day.